TV47 News Now. My name is Stanley Nyaringita, here to update you on what has been happening in the country and beyond. And we start off all the way in Kakamega, where 65 people, including 2 ward representatives, Akedias Liai of Idaho Central and nominated MCA Anne Muluale, are being held at Kakamega Police Station on allegations of financing hooligans behind yesterday's violence in Ikolomani constituency, where 3 people were shot dead. Western Region Police Commander Isaac Mahmoud said state officers had arrested 63 additional suspects linked to the clashes. Meanwhile, 3 people are being treated for severe gunshot injuries at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kisumu. 23 police officers have also been admitted after sustaining injuries during the confrontations. The death toll has risen to 4.
Langu ni kushtumu kitendo ambacho kimefanyika jana kule Isulu. Unakuta kwamba serikali kupitia polisi wameua watu 4, wameshika watu wengi, wamejeruhi wengi tu.
Waliokuwa na mapanga, marungu, mapini ya chuma na silaha mbalimbali za jadi, crude weapons. Yalikuwa mashambulizi yaliyopangwa. Sheria inatukubali tujilinde na tulinde wananchi na tulinde nchi. Na hiyo, there's no two way about it.
Na sisi kama serikali ya county tumewaambia watu wa NEMA wasuspend any public participation kwa sababu ya ile ilitendeka.
And to the North Rift region, where tension is high in Songok village, North Pokot, after suspected bandits from neighboring county attacked and killed a 31-year-old man, Komole Siwa Terimoy, while he was herding his livestock, leaving residents shocked and fearful. Ombolion Chief Joseph Kimul urged the Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen to deploy more police reservists as bandit attacks rise. Activist Evelyn Shitandi said insecurity has halted development, while the victim's sister, Veronica Chinangat, mourned the only breadwinner. The long-running nomadic conflict has claimed over 8 lives in recent months. The body was taken to Kapenguria County Referral Hospital mortuary.
Nimehisi uchungu sana kwa kunipiga brada yangu mdogo. Baba yangu alikufa. Sasa nikategemea yeye ndiye alikuwa ananilipia school fees. Kwa pelekea huko operation wafanyia watu.
Naomba serikali wachukue hatua haraka iwezekanavyo ili kabla pia raia hawataweza kufanya reaction ama ulipishaji wa kisasi.
Mimi kama mama inahurumisha kupata ya kwamba vijana wanauliwa katika kijiji hichi, wanabakishwa wanawake peke yake. Inatia huruma sana. Mwito wangu kwa wanasiasa, jamii kwa ujumla, naomba tuje pamoja, tudumishe amani.
And to politics, political leaders can now breathe a sigh of relief after the High Court ruled that defection from a party can only be recognized through a formal and lawful resignation as required under the Political Parties Act. So now this follows a decision by a 3-judge bench to dismiss a petition seeking the removal of Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo and his deputy John Loasa over claims that they had defected from the Jubilee Party to UDA, citing lack of evidence. The court held that political migration or political association with another party does not constitute legal defection unless the strict resignation procedure outlined in the Political Parties Act is followed and proven before the court.
Country information, which in our view does not meet the evidential threshold for making a finding that the first and second respondent defected to UDA on the 2nd of June 2023. Without the evidence, we are unable to satisfy ourselves on the question of whether the conduct complained of constituted what is referred to as deemed resignation from a political party under Article 1 or the sub-Article 3 of the Constitution as read with Section 14A of the Political Parties Act. We thus find the petition lacks merit and is hereby dismissed. We make no orders as to costs.
To education matters, Mount Kenya University has marked a major milestone as it holds its 28th graduation ceremony, celebrating years of hard work, innovation and academic excellence. Over 9,000 students have graduated today. Professor Simon Gisharu, the chairman and founder of Mount Kenya University, has urged graduates to embrace AI to research, adding that the government needs to fund researchers and also the integration of foreign languages in the country. Meanwhile, he has urged institutions of higher learning to reserve academic dignity by awarding those who have qualified.
You are the newest graduates in town. If you don't look matters AI, whatever course you are doing, then we are not reading from the same script. So I want to encourage you, and we will do our part as the leaders of this university to ensure that this area is taken forward. As a country, let us not just be thinking about teaching, and I have been telling the Vice Chancellor, now stop, let's think about supporting our alumni so that we as a university support the sanctity of our PhD holders.
And a big congratulations to them. From Thika all the way to Eldoret, the 90th edition of the National Music and Cultural Festival has entered day 6 today at Moi Girls Eldoret, with more groups, individuals and communities taking to the stage to showcase their cultural prowess. Participants continue to display Kenya's rich cultural diversity through performances in various genres, including Zilizopendwa, Russian and Christmas songs.
We are from Nairobi. We are a group of ladies, and we were founded by our director, Mr. David Isindu. We have come to represent the Nairobi cosmopolitan region, and there you find that our music is not stuck to one particular genre. We have a variety, and today we've been able to present a duet, a trio, a quartet. From most of our pieces were classical, just the duet was operatic, and we are here to represent the beauty and culture of the girl child and what we can be able to offer in our country.
It's a hopeful song that encourages you that even if you stumble, you can try it once again.
Meanwhile, Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo and his sports counterpart Elijah Mwangi have been named the best performing PSs in the latest survey by Polytrack Africa. So this survey, drawn from a sample of 3,286 Kenyans across the country, shows that the two top PSs tied in first place with a performance score of 69.7%. Principal Secretary for the State Department for TVET, Dr. Esther Mohoria, is ranked second with a 67.2%. While PS for the State Department for Housing, Charles Hinga, secures third position with a 65.5%. Kenyans rated the PS for the State Department for Higher Education, Beatrice Nyangala, the PS for Public Works, Joel Arumanyang, and the PS for Parliamentary Affairs, Aurelia Rono, as the worst performing, with the scores of 52.5, 52.4 and 52.3% respectively. According to Polytrack Africa, the survey assessed the PSs based on their contribution to the ministry performance targets, strategic leadership and national impact, innovation and digital transformation, as well as integrity, governance and public accountability. And across the borders, tensions continue to rise in Tanzania as the international community voices deep concern over the fallout from the recent elections. In a joint statement, more than a dozen embassies, including those of the UK, Canada, Germany, France and the European Union, are condemning reports of extrajudicial killings, disappearances and the concealment of bodies linked to post-election unrest. The envoys are urging Tanzanian authorities to release detainees, return the bodies of victims to their families and act with maximum restraint as calls grow for justice, transparency and a full independent inquiry. Their message is clear. The protection of human life, civil liberties and constitutional freedoms must remain at the center of the country's search for stability. Right, so imagine this, you prepare your tuxedo and a nice wedding suit for a wedding, but cost so says no. So this is what happened. A wedding in Karen scheduled for tomorrow has been temporarily halted by Nairobi High Court. The injunction follows a case filed by businessman Francis Julius Ogallo, who alleges that his former wife, Gladys Ongai Ogallo, deliberately excluded him from their daughter's ceremony, causing him emotional distress and public humiliation. Ogallo says that his concerns over the choice of clergy linked to past defamatory conduct were misrepresented by the respondent, effectively locking him out of the wedding. He also cites a similar pattern of humiliation during their eldest daughter's wedding in 2021. The court ordered the matter to be heard in an inter-partes mention, with the wedding barred from proceeding until further directions. I definitely wonder who will eat the cake right now or later. Mind-blowing questions there. Meanwhile, the Kenya Kwanza government has renewed its push to complete stalled rural access roads, with the Deputy Chief of Staff, Eliud Owalo, leading an inspection tour in Bomet County. Owalo and a multi-agency team assessed progress on key projects, including the Silibuet, Merigi Kembu Longisa Road, the Longisa Sigor Kyongong Road, the Bomet Longisa Mulot Water Project, and the Bomet Affordable Housing Scheme. They also inspected upgrades at the Itembe Airstrip and the Bomet University College Library Block. The government says the tour reflects its commitment to reviving stalled projects and ensuring timely delivery of infrastructure to boost local livelihoods.
Reports you get at the headquarters may not actually be the correct position on the ground. So the purpose of undertaking these visits is to confirm whether or not the reports that we get from the line ministries as far as the implementation of national government projects is concerned is actually the correct position on the ground. And where there is a deviation, we take corrective action. Where there is need for an intervention, then we take appropriate action with a view to alleviating the challenges emanating therefrom.
And to the world of sports, the second edition of the Kipchumba Karori International Volleyball Tournament is set to serve off from the 19th to the 21st of December at the Eldoret National Polytechnic, promising a thrilling three-day showcase of regional volleyball excellence. This year's competition has drawn top clubs from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania and Sudan, underscoring its fast-growing reputation as one of East Africa's premier grassroots volleyball events. Kenya will be represented by elite sides including KCB and the DCI volleyball team, as organizers emphasize that beyond the fierce competition, the tournament's core mission is to nurture emerging talent and strengthening development of volleyball in the country.
The most important aspect is that we are launching the second edition, and we are trying to build the sport bottom from the grassroots.
Volleyball is a tournament that is not very common, even in our digital platforms for gaming. So it was such a unique offer we couldn't refuse, because volleyball is quite underrated. Considering the masses and numbers that we have showing up for the tournament, we felt it was a good incentive for us to take part. We will also spice it up. We are going to have
around 10 bodas that will be given to the community to empower the youth.
The identification of talent in Eldoret and maybe all over Kenya, we will expect more than maybe 50 schools which will register if they get this information.
We'll do our best to make sure that, just like we did last year, that all the games are played within the required time, because managing numbers sometimes is not easy, but we have the expertise and experience.
And that's where we wrap it up. My name is Stanley Nyaringita. More news coming here at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Have yourself a fabulous Friday and a wonderful Wednesday. Goodbye.